If you want things to change, you have to change. If you want things to get better, you have to get better. Now that sounds simple, but it's not always easy, because most people spend more time working on their job than they do working on themselves. And that is the great mistake. You see, your life will never exceed your personal growth. You can't have more until you become more. If you want to earn more, you've got to learn more. If you want to lead others, you've got to first lead yourself. So today, I want to take you on a journey inward, a journey upward, a journey that begins and ends with one principle. Work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Let me say something that changed my life many years ago. Your income rarely exceeds your personal development. That one idea shifted everything for me, because I realized if I didn't like my paycheck, I didn't have to get mad at the government or the company or the economy. I had to look in the mirror. That's where the real change begins. The real project is you. You are your best investment, not stocks, not real estate. You. Most people want better results. They want more time, more money, more peace. But they don't realize something very important. Don't wish it were easier. Wish you were better. Because you don't attract success by accident. You attract it by preparation, by growth, by becoming someone who can handle it. That's why I tell people, success is something you attract by the person you become. Let me tell you something. You don't get wealthy by what you get. You get wealthy by who you become in the process. You don't just want to make $1 million. You want to become the kind of person who's worthy of $1 million. That takes growth. That takes discipline. That takes inner work. You've got to stretch, learn, fail, refocus, try again. Because success doesn't just show up. It shows up for the person who's been doing the inner work. You want to lead a team? First, lead yourself. You want to build a business? First, build a mindset. You want to change the world? First, change your habits. That's the foundation. That's where the work begins. And here's the truth. It's not what happens that determines your future. It's what you do about what happens. Life will test you, but it's not the test that matters. It's your response. And your response comes from your development, your habits, your character, your attitude. Most people are too busy blaming to be building. They blame the job, the traffic, the government, the weather. But while they're pointing fingers, the successful are looking in the mirror, because they understand this. You cannot change the seasons, but you can change yourself. You can't control the rain, but you can carry an umbrella. You can't control the economy, but you can increase your value. You can't control people, but you can control your responses. That's the work. That's the focus. That's the power of working on yourself. So let me ask you, when's the last time you scheduled time for you? Not for work, not for chores, not for distractions, but for you, time to grow, to read, to reflect, to journal, to improve. Because the greatest project you'll ever work on is you. And the best time to start that project is right now. So here's your first step on this journey. Don't just go to work on your job. Go to work on yourself. Read more. Think more. Challenge yourself. Invest in your mindset. Sharpen your discipline. Because when you become more, you'll attract more. You'll handle more. You'll deserve more. Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. Let's sit with that for a moment. Not once in a while. Not when you feel like it. But every day. You see, it's not what you do occasionally that changes your life. It's what you do consistently. If you want to grow, if you truly want to work on yourself, then you've got to build habits that support that growth. Because growth doesn't just happen. It's not automatic. It's intentional. And the best way to be intentional is to build it into your daily routine. The way you start your day determines the way you live your life. So many people wake up with no plan, no direction, no intention. They reach for the phone. They scroll. They get pulled into other people's priorities. But not you. You're different now. You're working on yourself. And that starts with a morning of mastery. Wake up early. Not because it's trendy, but because you respect your time and use that first hour to build you. Win the morning and you win the day. What you put in your mind shapes what comes out of your life. So the question is, what are you feeding your mind with? Is it junk? Is it gossip? Is it distraction? Or is it wisdom? Make time every single day to learn something that helps you grow. Read 10 pages. Listen to 20 minutes of audio. Take notes. Reflect. Apply. Formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. That's not just clever. That's truth. You grow, you and your income will follow. Not immediately, but eventually. Let me give you a habit that's helped thousands, including myself. Journaling. Now, this isn't about writing novels. It's about thinking on paper. You ask yourself, what did I learn today? What did I struggle with? How did I respond? What can I do better tomorrow? Because growth isn't just about doing. It's about understanding. You can't improve what you're not even aware of. And journaling gives you the gift of self-awareness. A life worth living is a life worth recording. Make it a habit. Even 5 minutes a day. You'll be amazed at the clarity it brings. Success isn't built in a day. It's built daily. And the key is consistency. You read a book one day, no change. You eat healthy one day, no transformation. You study 1 hour, no big shift. But if you do it every day, that's when the compound effect kicks in. Small actions, repeated over time, create massive results. It's like planting a seed. You water it, nurture it, protect it. And for a while nothing, but suddenly, one day, that tiny seed breaks the ground. Same with growth. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. You build that bridge one habit at a time. Let me give you a few simple but powerful habits to build into your day. 1. Morning routine. 30 to 60 minutes. Read. Reflect. Review goals. Move your body. 2. Midday check-in. Ask, am I on track with my intentions? Adjust. Don't drift. 3. Evening review 10 mins. What worked today? What didn't? What can I improve tomorrow? 4. No excuse learning. Audiobook during commute. Podcast while walking. Reading before bed. These aren't hard, but they require discipline. They require a commitment to you, because that's who this is about. You are the project, and these habits, they are your tools. Now here's the other side of the coin. If you want to grow, you have to cut out what's stopping it. Endless scrolling, negative talk, late night distractions, time with people who drain you. You've got to say no, not out of arrogance, but out of alignment. Growth requires energy. And if you're giving that energy to the wrong things, there won't be much left for you. Guard your mind. Guard your time. Guard your growth. You don't become successful by accident. You build it through repetition. You create a life by creating habits. Every action you take is a vote for the kind of person you want to become. Want to become more focused? Build habits around deep work. Want to become more confident? Build habits around preparation and progress. Want to become more valuable? Build habits around learning and application. Because in the end, you cannot change your destination overnight, but you can change your direction overnight. Change your habits. Change your direction. Change your life. So here's the second step on your journey. Build growth into your day. Make personal development a part of your routine. Not just an idea, not just a weekend seminar, but a daily practice. Wake up with purpose. Feed your mind with wisdom. Reflect with clarity. Live with intention. Because when you do that consistently, you won't just improve. You'll transform. For things to change, you have to change. For things to get better, you have to get better. That's the truth, isn't it? We all want better. Better health, better finances, better relationships, a better life. But we forget something. You don't get a better life by accident. You get a better life by becoming a better version of yourself. And to do that, you must break the old patterns and build a new identity. Let me tell you something powerful. You are not your past. Yes, it shaped you, but it doesn't have to define you. Just because you've failed before doesn't mean you're a failure. Just because you've been inconsistent doesn't mean you can't become disciplined. And just because you've carried bad habits for years doesn't mean you have to carry them one more day. You can choose again. You can rewrite the story. You can start becoming someone new. The greatest value in life is not what you get. The greatest value in life is what you become. So the question is, who are you becoming? Here's the secret. Your identity is not fixed. It's shaped by what you repeatedly do. If you consistently avoid responsibility, you become someone who believes, I can't. If you keep saying, I'll start tomorrow, you become someone who lives in delay. But the opposite is true too. If you start showing up every day, even just for 10 minutes, you become someone who's committed. If you say, no more excuses, I'll do what I said I would do, you become someone who's disciplined. You see, identity isn't something you're born with. It's something you build. You want to grow? You've got to break some chains. Chains like, I've always been this way. I'm just not that kind of person. I've tried before and it didn't work. That's the voice of your past self talking. But your future self, the one who's stronger, wiser, more focused, is saying, try again, but this time with belief. You don't need to change everything overnight, but you do need to start. Start small. Start consistently. Start intentionally, because small hinges swing big doors. Don't join an easy crowd. You won't grow. Go where the expectations are high. Here's how real change happens. You don't just stop the old pattern. You replace it. You can't just quit scrolling. You have to start reading. You can't just stop complaining. You have to start journaling your gratitude. You can't just quit bad habits. You have to build new ones. Nature hates a vacuum. If you don't fill the space with something positive, the old negative will return. So the formula is simple. Recognize the pattern. Remove the trigger. Replace the action. Repeat until it becomes you. Your words shape your world. If you keep saying, I'm lazy, I'm always late, I can't focus, guess what? You're reinforcing that identity. Start saying something better. I'm disciplined. I'm learning to stay focused. I'm becoming consistent. I'm someone who finishes what I start. Even if it doesn't feel true, say it anyway. Because repetition builds belief. And belief builds identity. Affirmation without discipline is the beginning of delusion. So speak it and live it. Here's the truth. You don't become confident by saying affirmations alone. You become confident by doing difficult things. You don't become disciplined by reading about it. You become disciplined by showing up daily. You earn your new identity with action, with effort, with consistency. The old version of you was built by default. The new version must be built on purpose. Try this. Each morning, write these down. Who am I becoming? What habits does that version of me have? What would that version of me do today? Then go do one thing that aligns with it. Simple? Yes. Easy? Not always. Effective? Absolutely. You're not just changing habits. You're rebuilding yourself. So here's your next step. Break the old patterns. Speak a better identity. And start living like the new version of you today. Because you don't rise to your goals. You fall to the level of your habits. And habits flow from who you believe you are. Decide who you are. Then live like it. And soon the world will respond. Time is more valuable than money. You can get more money, but you cannot get more time. Let that sink in. Because here's the truth. If you don't protect your time, you're not just wasting minutes. You're wasting your future. Time is the soil in which everything grows. Your goals, your relationships, your wealth, your mind. And if that soil is full of weeds, distractions, noise, negativity, nothing valuable can grow. So today, let's talk about something critical. Protect your time so you can shape your future. You don't manage time. You manage yourself within time. Because time doesn't wait. It doesn't pause. It doesn't care whether you use it wisely or waste it. Each second is either invested or lost. And here's something I learned early. Either you run the day or the day runs you. It's easy to let the day run you. Phone rings. Notifications buzz. People demand your time. But if you don't set boundaries, your dreams get drowned in distractions. So if you're serious about working on yourself, you must become ruthless with your time. Let me give you something practical. Time blocking. Simple idea. Block out specific time every day for what matters most. Reading? Block it. Thinking? Block it. Planning? Block it. Exercise? Block it. Skill building? Block it. You don't find time. You make time. And the minute you start treating your calendar like a bank, everything changes. Because here's the principle. Don't waste your seed. Time, protect it, plant it, and watch what it becomes. Growth doesn't come from convenience. It comes from commitment. Let me tell you one of the most powerful self-development tools. The word number. You can't say yes to everything and expect to grow. You have to guard your focus. Say no to time wasters. Say no to shallow conversations. Say no to people who drain your energy. Say no to anything that pulls you off course. And don't feel guilty. Feel aligned. Because every no to distraction is a yes to your future. Learn to say no. Don't let your mouth overload your back. You've only got so much energy, so much bandwidth. Protect it. Time isn't just minutes on a clock. It's also the space inside your head. If your mind is cluttered, so is your time. And one of the most dangerous thieves of time is mental noise, worry, regret, comparison, negativity. These don't just steal peace. They steal productivity. So make it a habit. Start your day with clarity. Journal your thoughts. Meditate in stillness. Shut off the noise. Guard what enters your mind. Stand guard at the door of your mind. Not everything deserves your attention. Not every voice deserves your ears. Not every problem deserves your energy. You protect your future by protecting your mind. Now let's be clear. Protecting your time doesn't mean isolating yourself. It means building boundaries. There's a difference. Walls keep everyone out. Boundaries let the right people in. Surround yourself with people who respect your time. People who value your energy. People who push you forward, not pull you back. You become the average of your circle. So choose it carefully. You can't hang out with negative people and expect to live a positive life. If your environment isn't supporting your future, it's destroying it. Here's something powerful to remember. You don't build your future all at once. You build it 1 hour at a time. 1 focused hour on your health. 1 hour sharpening your mind. 1 hour building your skills. 1 hour reflecting in silence. These hours stack, compound, transform, but you must protect them. You must treat them like gold, because that's what they are. Your golden hours, your opportunity windows. You want a new life? Protect the hours that build it. So here's the 4th truth in working on yourself. Protect your time and you protect your future. Be intentional. Be focused. Be disciplined. Because time wasted is potential wasted. And time guarded is potential fulfilled. Set your priorities. Build your blocks. Say no often. Guard your mind and choose your circle. The quality of your future is hidden in how you spend your next hour. Work harder on yourself than you do on your job. If you work hard on your job, you'll make a living. If you work hard on yourself, you'll make a fortune. Now, that quote changed my life. Because once you realize that you are the best investment, You stop waiting for things to change and start becoming the change. And here's what I learned. Growth doesn't end. There's no finish line, no final level. When you commit to working on yourself, you commit to a life of learning and becoming every single day. A lot of people stop learning after school. They graduate, get a job, and that's it. They think growth is something for the young. But listen, formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. Your brain doesn't stop growing. Your potential doesn't shrink with age. Your ability to learn remains if you feed it. So keep feeding it. Keep stretching. Keep growing. The day you stop learning is the day you start declining. We live in a world that's always changing. What worked 10 years ago doesn't work now. And what works today may not work tomorrow. So what do successful people do? They don't just learn once. They constantly unlearn what's outdated and relearn what's necessary. Don't be afraid to abandon an old idea. Be afraid of clinging to a bad one. That's what working on yourself means. Staying flexible, staying humble, and staying open. Let me give you something simple but powerful. Repetition. You don't get good at something by reading it once. You get good by practicing it. Read the same book again. Listen to that audio again. Practice that discipline again. Because truth doesn't change, but you do. And every time you come back to something, you're wiser. You see more. You apply better. Repetition turns knowledge into skill. And skill creates confidence. Don't let your learning lead to knowledge. Let it lead to action. Let me ask you, when's the last time you learned something that made you better? Not just entertained you, not just distracted you, but elevated you? Make it your goal. Learn something every day that makes you better. Even 10 pages a day, even 15 minutes of audio, even one deep question and answer with yourself. Learning doesn't have to be long, but it does have to be consistent. Growth doesn't come from big effort once. It comes from small effort daily. Some people think growth is a 30-day challenge, or a goal for the year, or something you do after a crisis. But real growth? It's not an event. It's a lifestyle. Every day you say, I'm going to leave today better than I found it. I'm going to grow today even just a little. I'm going to listen. I'm going to learn. I'm going to lead myself first. And here's the beautiful part. You never run out of room to grow. There's always another layer, another lesson, another level of you waiting to be discovered. The world doesn't belong to the smartest, or the fastest, or the strongest. It belongs to the ones who keep learning. Because while others become comfortable, you keep moving. While others get stuck in routines, you build new ones. And while others settle, you stretch. If you keep learning, you'll keep earning. That's not just income. That's growth. That's freedom. That's impact. So I want to ask you, who are you becoming? Not what do you have? Not what do you do? But who are you becoming? Because everything you want, everything you dream, everything you fight for, it's waiting on the other side of your growth. So stay humble. Stay hungry. Stay learning. Don't arrive. Keep becoming. Don't slow down. Keep climbing. Don't stop working on yourself, because you are the most important project of your life. And that brings us to the end of this journey. But it's not really the end. It's the beginning of a new level, because now you know. 1. You are the project. 2. Build growth into your day. 3. Break old patterns and build new identity. 4. Protect your time to protect your future. 5. Keep learning, because growth never ends. If you want to work on your dreams, work on yourself. If you want to attract success, become someone worthy of success. And if you want to live a meaningful life, become someone who never stops becoming. Life doesn't get better by chance. It gets better by change. And change starts with you. So let me leave you with this final thought. Life is not just about what you get. It's about what you become. And if you've stayed with me through this journey, that tells me something about you. You're serious. You're committed. You're ready. Ready to work on yourself, to grow past excuses, to build discipline, to protect your time, to keep learning. And that's the beginning of everything. Remember, you don't need to change the world today. You just need to start with you. Because when you get better, everything gets better. So go now and be the person worthy of the life you dream about.